Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this speedrun of Cricket 97 World Challenge. This particular video is a submission to speedrun.com, so I'm just going to briefly commentate over what I'm doing and why, and then I'll leave you guys to it. In the World Challenge mode, you pick two other teams to play against. You play against them each once, and then if you get to the final, you play a third game, and that's it. It's the closest mode that's available to a World Cup on this game, so this is what we do. As of right now, I pick Pakistan and South Africa because they're the teams that I'm comfortable facing. At the moment, there's no real optimization in terms of who to play against. There's no overall stat or anything like that, so it's not entirely obvious on who the easiest teams to play against are. And I purely pick New Zealand just because I'm from New Zealand. At the moment, it doesn't really matter who you choose to play as the bowling doesn't really change, nothing really changes the batting, and at the moment I always go for the same field setting, or similar field setting I should say. Speaking of which, I should get on to how I apply myself in those three factors: fielding, bowling and batting. Ideally we want to start every game bowling because the objective there is pretty simple. If you do have to bat first, I'd say try and score something like 40 runs, and then that way you've got a total that is achievable for the opposition, but you know, they ideally they won't get anywhere near it. Like, possibly you could even just go for 20 runs if the bowling and fielding is done correctly. The current strat for fielding is to set up as you've seen on screen, basically just to force the batters to try and play certain shots, I guess. I'm more or less just committed to this based on trial and error, and this is the field that I feel like works. I don't actually entirely know. As a side note, setting fields in this game is a pain in the ass because trying to click and point and put the players where you want to put them sometimes is really annoying. That in itself is a bit of a skill to try and get down, because you'll find that you'll think you're clicking and putting a player on cover, and actually you've put them on short cover where you've already put a player, so the game will say, nope, you can't have two players in the same position, we're going to force you to pick up the other player now. It's really, really frustrating. It gets really annoying really quickly. But yeah, fielding's fairly simple. You'll see throughout each run, I basically go for the same field setting pretty much all the time. If I can find a better field setting, I'll obviously change that. But for now, what you're going to see in this video is the field setting to basically go for. At least at the moment, this is what I go for. This is what I'm comfortable bowling with. Ideally, I wouldn't have to change the field at all if I can get the bowling plan and guarantee that what I do in these runs works even without this field setting. Moving on to the bowling plan, it's more or less a game of trial and error on the first and second balls of the over. Basically what I'm going to do is choose to either bowl a cutter or a swing delivery if I'm bowling as a pace bowler. As a spinner, I just go for the same ball pretty much regardless, because there's not really much choice. So what I do specifically with the bowling is I select what delivery I'm going to bowl, where I'm going to put it, and then I select whatever pace I'm going to bowl it at, and then I shift it either a little bit to the right or the left. And the idea is to try and get the batter to either mishit or to miss the ball completely. If you see the ball just sort of drop at the batter's feet while they're trying to play a front foot drive, then that's a mishit, that's good. Or if they miss it entirely, that's good. However, if they play a good block or they play a genuine shot, that means you have to go back to the drawing board. So typically that means that if I'm bowling a swing delivery and they do that, the next go-to is to bowl a cutter and just try the same thing. If I'm bowling to a right-hander, I'll bowl like an outswinger first. I'll shift it a little bit further towards them, and if they miss it, I just do that for the entire over. However, if they are able to hit it or they're able to cleanly block it, I will change to a leg cutter and do the same thing. Usually it is either one or the other, and that's why I say first and second ball, because usually it only takes that first or second ball to figure out which is which, what's going to work. So as you can guess, and I should have led with this, the bowling plan is to try and get through the overs as fast as possible. Unfortunately, unlike games like Cricket 2000, Cricket 2004 and Cricket 2007, all of which I've done runs on, there's no insane exploit you can use where you either bowl really short and the batter just leaves it, or you bowl in a very particular spot and the batter leaves it, or you bowl in a very specific spot on the pitch and the batter plays a very specific shot, which 9 times out of 10 will get them out or won't allow them to score runs. Unfortunately, I haven't found anything like that on Cricket 97. I found that the batting AI is a bit too smart to fall for that. I haven't been able to do anything with the pitch settings, and whenever I've tried to experiment, it usually ends in disaster. Like in these matches, you're going to see me chasing like 10 to 15 runs, right? I've tried to change the pitch and see what works, and all of a sudden, instead of chasing 10 to 15 runs, I'm chasing 50 plus, which is obviously not ideal and is a run killer. Batting plan. My batting plan revolves entirely around how poor the batting controls are. So how the controls work on this game is that you hit either control or alt, and you'll play either some sort of back foot or front foot variation. I'm not entirely certain how it's supposed to work, but for example, if I hit control left and I'm batting as a right-hander, I'll play a cut shot. If I hit alt and left, I'll play a back foot cover drive. The main thing I'm getting at is that any of the diagonal controls, they're just basically to not be used, because the game will absolutely troll the ever-living crap out of you. If you try to hit the control and then both the left and up arrow key at the same time as a right-handed batter to play a late cut out onto third man, right? The game will troll you and decided either, no, you actually played a cut shot, or no, you played this weird little glance that never works. Maybe it's me, maybe it's a skill issue. But I think the batting controls are absolutely just a joke. So for the most part, I like to play cover drives or hook shots, which is just simply inputs based on left and right. Hitting straight drives isn't hard, but 9 times out of 10 I found it just goes straight back to the bowler or goes to a fielder in mid-off. Very rarely am I able to actually hit it in the spot where I want to hit it. But I found that playing cover drives and playing hook shots is basically the way to go. But you do have to be careful with hook shots, because the game will again troll you and just decide you hit it to the keeper. Timing in this game is really weird as well. Like, for one thing, you have to be really patient. The ball may look like it's coming at you quickly, but it's not. And then on top of that, sometimes even if it looks like you actually hit the ball, the game will sometimes just say, nah, it hit the batter, or nah, it hit you in the head, and you fall over, and that's the end of the delivery. Sorry to go off on a tangent here, but basically what I'm trying to get at is I play mostly cover drives, basically either control and left or right on the arrow key, depending on if you're batting with a left or right-handed batter. So we'll go based on right-handed batter for this, just to make it easier. Alt plus left is a back foot cover drive. Really easy to do, really easy to work out the timing for, I've found. And 9 times out of 10, unless you smash it at the fielder and close, you can make the single, and if you time it right, you can smack it over everyone or smack it into a big gap and score an easy 2 or a 3 or score a 4. I found with the pace bowling that 9 times out of 10 they'll have some sort of field set with protection there, but one thing you do want to look for if you're batting is if they bowl a spin bowler at you and you see a lot of fielders crowding the batter, that is an immediate sign for you to just start playing that cover drive. If the ball's short, you play a back foot cover drive, which, as I just said, is alt plus left. If the ball is full, you play a front foot cover drive, which is alt plus down. Because 9 times out of 10, you'll either hit it into the gap and score runs, or you'll hit it to point. But I found more likely than not, you're going to hit it into the gap and score runs. The hook shot, as I mentioned, is an option. If it's there, if you want to try it, and it's not awful. But again, the AI likes to troll and just decide that the keeper catches you no matter what, or sometimes the timing can be weird and, you just miss the ball despite the fact that you can see the player clearly hitting it. One last thing I want to mention for the batting, and you see this in the team selection screen. If you sit down and pause and check the stats of the players that I choose, you'll see that I pick batters that have a high aggression stat, because we've only got 10 overs to bat with. And these stats actually matter. So for those that don't know, the Cricket 97 actually has quite an interesting system where all those little statistics actually matter. They actually severely affect how you're going to be able to play shots and play the game, and how you may or may not have to play slow. So at this stage, assuming these statistics actually have an impact on the game, and based on my experience they do, you want to put a batting side that can bat, obviously, that have a high batting stat, but also have a high aggression stat. That way, if you cream the absolute crap out of the ball, you're actually going to get rewarded for it, rather than having a low aggression stat and the game going, well, sorry, you have a low aggression stat, that means you have to wait a little longer to be able to do that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this run gets accepted. I've had no issues in the past with getting runs accepted from speedrun.com, so I have full confidence that this will get accepted, and I'll be able to put up a leaderboard and be able to post more runs. I've already got splits set up for fast match and 1-day matches, so those runs will be coming out soon as well. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys later.
Over. 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 6 runs. Over. 6 runs. Over. Six runs. Over. Out. Over. Four runs. Four runs. No ball. Over. Out. Over. 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 Four runs. Over. 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 Out. Out. No ball. Over.